Magic Johnson and Larry Bird are the two most important figures in NBA history. We should always give credit to the guys who came before us.
Gotta pay homage, Ant-Man. Got to. You disappointed me. YouTube, welcome back to the channel. While you in here, hit that like, comment, subscribe, notification bell so you can be notified every time Hertakes uploads a new video. All right, so today we're going to react to Anthony Edwards versus NBA legends. This one piqued my interest because of two things. One, I am a huge Anthony Edwards fan. And two, him versus NBA legends. I was like, okay. Last night I was watching Philly versus Boston. And just today's NBA, it's really, for me, slowly but surely becoming unwatchable. I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people in the comments saying they're already stopped watching. Right now, I'm still on board and I'm still watching, but it's becoming like watching paint dry. Because last night, they put up, and I'm just going off the dome, I'm going to say about 80. It was close to 83 pointers. And they hit less than 30. The two teams combined. This is just a whole 3-point contest now. No one's trying to get downhill to the rack. No one's showing skills and getting to that mid-range and dropping them. They're not dumping it in the post and let the big man go to work anymore. So I don't know. I'm just interested to see what does Anthony Edwards have to say about, I don't know, we get ready to see. You know, he's a Georgia boy, so, you know, I'm on his side too, but we don't know what he's going to say. Let's check it out. Let's check it out, see what's up with it.
Edwards was recently asked by the Wall Street Journal how his generation of basketball players compared to the ones that came before him. Edwards replied by saying, quote, "I didn't watch it back in the day, so I can't speak on it," Edwards said. "They say it was tougher back then than it is now. But I don't think anybody had skill back then. Michael Jordan was the only one that really had skill. You know what I mean? So that's why when they saw Kobe Bryant, they were like, oh my God. But now everybody has skill."
Let me point this out. And see, that's been my problem with today's NBA. I think it's sad that coaches don't instill old school basketball into these players. Not only coaches, the players, you should want to perfect your craft enough. The love of the game alone should give you that drive to want to know the originator of it, how it started out, who were the greats, how did the greats do this, how did the greats do that. And like we talked about from our previous video, all of the things that the greats of old had to go through, how hard the league was, the defense, no hand checking, all this stuff that they went through, you know it was tougher for them. So to learn their way, it ain't gonna do nothing but make you even tougher. So I just find it hard to believe that he knows nothing about the legends of old. Like, wow, you didn't love your craft enough to tap into that? That blows my mind.
First of two tweets. Number one, propaganda works. So be careful what you choose to believe. Here's the second one. They look faster today. He's talking about today's athletes. They look faster today because of the rule change, which prohibits holding and hand checking to impede progress. In football, for example, wide receivers can play in the middle of the field without fear and rack up more yardage. Today, the rules favor quarterbacks and receivers. I love Ant-Man. But you show your youth, my young brother. Whippersnapper, young whippersnapper, wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac. You understand?
I don't think anybody in this generation could have played like 20 years ago, if I'm being 100. And this is to everybody in our league. Tatum.
I don't know. I'm not going to agree with KG 100% on that, because they would have been built different. You know, they would have been built different, which means their work ethics would have been different. So I feel like they would have. I'm not going to ever take that away from nobody. I do feel like they would have been able to compete, but not to the levels that they're competing now. They wouldn't be who they are, but they would have been able to compete, I believe.
Oh, y'all, let me tell y'all something, bro. 20 years ago, bro, you couldn't get to a triple step back.
Good point.
No. You hear what I'm saying to you? You couldn't get to a triple step back. And then if you shot that it had to go in. You know why? Because we had efficiency back in the day, my dude, and it was so hard. It was too physical. And guess what? The league had to come off of it for the flow of movement to be able to have scoring go up, which is why we like to sit here and watch kind of the rat race of the high-paced game, right? But, bro, let's not talk about the gamemanship, and let's not talk about the physicality of the game back then. Real shit, because I don't even think half these kids in the league could have been on an NBA team 20 years ago.
Straight up.
The locker room was too, it was too grown. I'm talking about in the locker room. You can't get on your phone in the locker room. Bro, 20 years ago?
Take your phone.
Nobody in this era could have played 25 years ago. We said that. And I'm talking about not just the play and all the skill that everybody got, actually was called bad shots and lack of efficiency. It was until they start all the data and saying take more threes than twos.
Shout out to Dirt.
Before then, we played ball, bro. We didn't give a fuck about all that other and the GM couldn't come down and say, put into a game plan with a coach like Doc or D'Antoni talking about, we trying to get touches and touch the paint. Bro, I didn't see.
Yeah, it's hard to say more skill.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Nobody in this era has a mid-range.
You couldn't get
Exactly.
Nobody in this era has a post game.
Yeah,
right.
Dude, okay, young fella, if you hear me, and then y'all exhaust the ball. Y'all are dribbling the air out of the ball.
Right.
Y'all dribble the ball 100 times more than another nigga.
Right.
Catch it off the bounce. One dribble, two dribble, four.
Right.
Let me see you do that off the
Yeah,
bounce.
yeah.
Let me see your skill work off that. I ain't even known it like this, but you can't come for and not expect a rebuttal on bro. Real it was totally different. And you had to have that work, and you had to really work on your It wasn't no, you was out 2-3 games. Man, your teammates, hey, bro, what you doing tonight? You going? Nah, I can't go, man. My toenail off, man. Nah, bro, you can't even come in here and lead no like that. You hear me? So you had to strap it up, and you had to get out here. You had to dive on the floor. You had to get in the rumble. Real shit. You had, man, it was men leading men.
That's crazy. I'm tripping out all the beeps they had to do on my boy KG. He keeping it real, though. He's spitting nothing but facts. He's telling the truth. You know, these boys, they not ready. They not ready. They don't know fundamental basketball anymore. He's saying they're skilled. Skilled to what? 5 out, running around screens, dribble.
There are a lot of great players, but there's only a few guys who move the needle.
Okay, Barkley.
The
Neat.
two most important figures in NBA history are Magic Johnson and Larry Bird.
Yep.
Magic Johnson and Larry Bird are the two most important figures in NBA history. We should always give credit to the guys who came before us.
Gotta pay homage, Ant-Man. Got to. You disappointed me.
I remember vividly me, Doc, Moses, Bobby Jones, Andrew Toney, we were in the locker room one day, and it broke that Magic Johnson had been the first NBA player to make $1 million. We were walking around high-fiving each other. We could not believe that an NBA player made $1 million. And I'm like, and I'm with Doc and Moses now, who are all-time greats. They're high-fiving each other. They're like, we can't believe an NBA player making $1 million. That's how crazy it was thinking about money back in the day.
Did you have any idea that you guys were going to put basketball, the NBA, back on the map, and you're going to redefine what the NBA was?
No, Shannon, we didn't know.
Okay, Magic.
But what we just did was just played our game.
Because they weren't concerned about the money, the notoriety, the social media going viral. They were not concerned about that. They just love to play the game of basketball. And look what it got them.
My first final of my rookie season, we're on tape delayed.
Yeah.
The final.
Yeah, that's what people don't realize. The game weren't live.
No, tape delayed.
Tape delayed.
People don't realize that.
They don't even know that.
The NBA Finals was on tape delay.
And Shannon, you got one game a week on Sunday.
You did. I remember.
You got one game a week on Sunday. And
Okay.
people now, you can watch games 7 days a week. We own all the games.
Hold on, that was nasty now. Hey, that was nasty now, LaMelo. Let's see it again.
People now, you can watch games 7 days a week. We own
All the games.
All the games. I said, no, you don't understand. People look at this thing now where guys are making 30, 40, 50 million dollars. When I came in, it was David Stern's first year. The average salary was $200,000. The average salary now is $10 million. We got 3 NBA players, I think, 3 or 4, making $60 million a year. Mm-hmm. In the next 5 years, we're going to have guys making 70, 80, 90
Luka will probably be first.
It's going to be crazy.
80 a year, Chuck.
80 a year to play basketball. Magic and Bird, those guys changed the entire trajectory of the NBA and made it what it is today. Because if it wasn't for those guys, nobody would be, y'all making this money because y'all were born at the right time. Mm-hmm. You're not better than Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kareem, Bill Russell. You're not better than those guys. Just to be appreciative how lucky and blessed we are to do something stupid and make a gazillion dollars. Going back to what we talking about, how respect for the older generation. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't for Michael, I wouldn't make millions of dollars from Nike a year. Right. LeBron, Kobe wouldn't make millions of dollars from Nike a year. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, we all wouldn't have commercials. People act like athletes always did commercials. No. Number one, none of us had a shoe deal until Michael.
Now, wait a minute. Because if I'm not mistaken, Magic and Bird had Converse deals. Didn't they have their Converse deals before Jordan got his Nike deal? Or is Chuck only referring to Nike? I don't know. He could just be referring to Nike. But I believe that, again, that's something else that Magic and Bird paved the way for. Which is why I get upset with the players in the WNBA. Being a female, I get upset because they get so bothered by Caitlin Clark and the doors that she's opening. You know, be happy. Celebrate like Charles said they did. Celebrate because, guess what that means? Money's going to go up for you. And, it's not that she's better than those players of late. It's just that she came at the right time, like what Chuck just said. I don't mean for this video to be about the WNBA. I really don't. I don't even really like talking to WNBA no more because there's some people get in their feelings about the Caitlin Clark. Aja Wilson is the GOAT. I had to throw that in there. She's the GOAT. She is the GOAT. But anyway, but that whole thing, Caitlin's not better than Aja, but guess what? Caitlin got the fan base. That's all I'm going to say. She got the fan base. Ride that wave. And I believe Aja is one of the ones that's really making sure she capitalized on it. And I don't blame her one bit. Just like Chuck talking about. So we on subject, but, it's all basketball. It's all basketball.
None of us shot commercials until Michael. So whether you want to debate who's the greatest, that guy.
Michael Jordan's been out of the NBA for 16 years. Sold $130 million. He made that much in annual income on shoe sales last year. There's a lot of factors for this. The style, the cool, the logo that's international. Jordan's brand last year generated over $3 billion. It was almost 10% of Nike's overall sales. That doesn't make any sense.
Man, Jordan
Colin
was
Hurd.
local, man. You gotta understand, bro. Like,
and that little Boosie.
Jordan was the truth, bro.
There's not a more famous person in America that you see less of, except on shoes and logos, than Michael Jordan. If you're great, you're frozen in time.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
We should always give credit to the guys who came before us.
And, yep.
Always.
AE, you out of pocket. You out of pocket, Ant-Man. Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. But I'm surprised this video, the original video, only got 124 views. I'm going to link the original in the description. Please make sure you go check it out and show Face PC Gaming some love. Get these views up on this particular video. I would appreciate it. It's a good video. Push it out there for them. But yeah, everything they said is absolutely correct. I agree 100%. These guys, they But that's just how young folks are today, I see. You know, from what I'm seeing, it's just the level of respect for elders it just dwindles, I feel like, with each decade. Really. But anyway, that's all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, stay safe. On to the next one. Peace.